Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with the Chase.
No way.
My God!
Oh my God!
That's a 1-of-1, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Dave's. I must ask you a question right now. 1-of-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Whoa. Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live. Bro, why is the clock so big on the screen? It is massive. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. We made it through 100 episodes. Quit sleeping on us. Quit sleeping on us. Woo! Episode 101, and look at that. Bally Sports says he is on the road to his first Chasey. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the road to 200 episodes now. Good morning. I'm Troy LeCastro, the casual fan, alongside my broadcast partner. What's your name?
My name is David Yarger. Very nice to meet you.
He had to do the Borat. Hey, I hope you guys really enjoyed Wednesday's episode. It was a big...
Someone knocking?
Yeah, they sound pretty aggressive.
Hello?
You might want to let him in.
Hello?
All right. Hang on. Hey! Woo! Woo! Oh, not right there! Come on!
Oh, I'm so pumped, guys. I called my family, told them.
What?
What's going
What are you
on?
talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about?
What?
I go, my family's watching. I had the birth of my child, my marriage, getting my master's, and then you guys said I was going to be the first guest on the 100 show. That's like the top thing in my life.
Did you...
Let's go! It's the 100 show, right?
You guys didn't tell him?
Yeah, what?
What day is it?
It's Friday.
It's Friday. I've been in there since Tuesday night. You guys said
You just knocked till now? You just
I've
knocked
been
now?
knocking this whole time.
How have you survived? It's like freezing.
Wait, is it not the 100 show?
Do you need water?
We're on episode 101.
Do you need water? I don't...
Everybody's watching me.
Yeah, Sean, episode 100 was Wednesday, and
You're
now
gonna tell
you
me
just...
that you had. What did you do? Did you have the? You had somebody push me off. Number one, was it Adam? Was Adam your first guest?
I don't want to. I don't.
Wasn't it?
No, come on, don't
No,
leave.
don't be like that. Come on. Sean.
First guest of 101. First guest of episode 101. We're starting the next 100 off with.
Director of breaking, Sean Cummins, everyone. Thank you for that electric intro right there.
Maybe 200.
Maybe 200.
two. Yeah, 200.
We'll workshop 200. I'm gonna have to clean up this damn mess now too.
That's one way to open up a show.
Well, thanks for the congratulations. Episode late.
I mean, yeah.
It's better than nothing.
How did he survive back here?
I don't know. He should probably get something to eat. He should probably get some
warm,
should
something
get
warm
some
to drink
food.
and eat. Wow.
Wait,
What's going on?
what's that? Wait, really? Oh, I guess it is in the rundown. I guess we actually missed a congratulations video in that montage the other day.
Did we?
Yeah, can you roll the clip then, Stevens, please?
Congrats to the Chase on episode 100. I'm only saying this so Troy doesn't kick me in the shins.
Oh.
What in God's name? I never threatened to kick anybody in the shins.
That. What did you say to her,
I have been nothing but nice.
Troy?
All I said was one time she was big timing me and she didn't answer. And she said if she ever gets big time, kick me in the shin. So I obliged. I said, okay, I'll kick you in the shin.
Okay.
I would never. Hobo Fuzz says cancel Troy 2023. No. I just made it to 100. You want to cancel me on 101?
Will Troy make it to 200? Will he make it to 102?
You'll have to find out next episode. Whoa, NFL Gremlin! Just when I thought we were friends. We're breaking bread. Now you want to be enemies? That's rude. Ew.
welcome to
I
the
hate that maniacal laugh.
You guys have tickets to our downfall. Welcome.
Downfall of us all. The downfall of us all. Shut up, Meerkat. Says he can get behind canceled Troy 2023. This is enough. I've had enough. But you know what, David? Big weekend ahead. The NHL All-Star weekend coming up.
Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you know what? Good point. Can you motivate people to watch the Pro Bowl?
No, I can't motivate them to watch the Pro Bowl because that nothing would make me want to watch that.
But
I mean, if you want to
there
go
it is.
out and have a good weekend, what we fear of doing most is usually what we most need to do. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Ralph.
What we most need to do.
What would you say is
crack
what
some
we
cold
most need to
ones
do?
this weekend?
Brother, I can't wait. Yeah, and we got the NHL All-Star break coming up tomorrow, so we'll talk more about that later in the show. But right now, we're going to tell you the whole spectrum of the show, what's going on today. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
now I feel like I'm ready for 101.
Yes.
All right, we got one lone release today for Friday's release day, so we'll show you what that is and what's hitting the shelf. And then Fanatics announced they're hopping into the live stream biz. We'll have more on that. CSG and CGC also announced a partnership with ComC. We'll have the details. And we'll also discuss some news on the anticipated release of the 2020-21 Cup Hockey. And of course, with all the there it is, just a second late. And with all the NHL All-Star festivities this weekend, we'll welcome on Troy and Josh from the Hockey Gong Show onto the broadcast to talk to them. And no, we didn't forget. It's Friday, so we'll have another edition of the Gremlin Games and Meerkat Minute.
See if
we'll
I can
close
get another
out.
Dead fish. Sorry.
This guy is always riffing. And then we're going to close out, of course, with a box rip giveaway. This one's going to be 2020-21 O-Pee-Chee Platinum to stick with the hockey theme.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yo, I meant to ask, because
Yeah.
it is Jersey Friday. What is your jersey?
I got the Robo Penguin on, which Mr. Bliss says this is awful. I love the Robo Penguin, though. You know who wore this? Yager, Kovalev,
Lemieux.
Barnaby, Lemieux.
Yep.
All the greats. Darius Kasparaitis. I can keep going. Who are you wearing, though?
I dug into the attic and I found my Winnipeg Jets Dustin Byfuglien jersey.
I love that. I love Big
Dusty
Buff.
Buff.
I love Big Dusty, man. That's a good one. That was a good pull for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got it when I was in like high school. So, but anyways, we had plenty of giveaways on the 100th episode, but none that we need to announce today. If you did win, be sure to check your Twitch whispers if you haven't already. So make sure you're on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We gave away $4,000 worth of Panini product on Wednesday's big episode. So hopefully you won. If not, obviously come back for maybe 150, come back for 200, and hopefully we'll have more giveaways for you guys. But how about you hit us with that lone release of the day, that lonely product that's going to be hitting the shelf, just this one.
One is the loneliest number, but the
Wow,
lone
you gave
release,
us two quotes of the day.
There you go. The lone release today, we're going to head to the Diamond. We're going to get off the ice. We're going to head to the Diamond. We have 2022 Panini Prism Draft Picks Baseball Hobby. Here, you're going to get 5 autos and 5 Prism Silvers per box. Plus, there are 5 unnumbered prisms, 5 numbered prisms, 5 inserts, and 2 insert prisms per box. New to this year's 22 Prism Draft Picks Baseball is the Big Man on Campus insert, and you're going to look for parallels like silver, gold, and the gold vinyl. This will include a look at the newest draft picks, such as Drew Jones, Jackson Holliday, Elijah Green, Tamar Johnson, and Kumar Rocker. Being a baseball guy, I'm really looking forward to it. So
Yeah, definitely exciting, too, because I feel, I could be wrong, Chad, so obviously just trash me like you usually do if
Casual.
I'm wrong. Casual, I'm a casual. But I think this is the first Panini product that we're going to see with these players.
I believe so, and I like the comment that's by Hobo Fuzz, 5 prospect inks for only $100. Not too bad.
That's what I'm saying. I do feel like it's good bang for your buck.
Yeah.
It's good value there. So
I mean, you can get a Jackson Holliday right there, and that's beautiful.
right. We got to check in with Meerkat, but hopefully we can get our hands on a box of that for a rip giveaway for you guys. We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see. All right, we're going to head to Around the Hobby now, get the show rolling. First off, in Around the Hobby, Fanatics has announced they are going to begin live streaming shopping of trading cards and collectibles. Fanatics announced they hired the former Snap and Alphabet executive to come in and catapult the Fanatics Live initiative. Fanatics Live will have its own app and website with hopes of launching in the second half of 2023. The early focus of the app will be breaking and ultimately providing a fun and exciting experience. In a CNBC article, Bell said, "We have a big opportunity to really grow the hobby by bringing in people who wouldn't necessarily classify themselves as a collector today and open them up to this hobby by the way of entertainment and a community where they can hang around like-minded people."
Yeah, and I just want to point out, because that was my error in the script, Nick Bell. Nick Bell's the guy's name.
Noti.
I don't know how I miss
Noti, David. So yeah, that news just dropped yesterday. Literally, I saw the CNBC article at like 7:30 yesterday morning. So big news there, because I know we've seen
Huge
eBay.
news.
We've seen eBay Live earlier, or I should say later last year. We saw eBay Live. I mean, obviously with them taking over some of the licensing in that, I think that's going to be a big platform for them. So interested to see how that one's going to play out.
Just another step in Fanatics expansion, really.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
next up, check out My Cards. Not mine, that's the name of the company. ComC announced that they've partnered with CGC and CSG. Sorry, too many letters this morning, to provide a grading experience to their customers. With ComC being an official submission center, they will help collectors submit trading cards and sports cards to CGC trading cards and CSG for expert authentication, grading, and encapsulation services. That was a lot to say. This means you can buy from ComC and then turn and get that same card graded by CGC and CSG. In a release on CSG's website, Tim Getch, founder and CEO of ComC, said, "Since introducing ComC, we endeavored to give collectors the most enjoyable online platform to buy, sell, trade, and track their collections. As an official submission center with CGC and CSG, we can further provide support to our growing consumer base by giving them access to professional authentication and grading services to help them feel confident in their collections."
Great little partnership there for sure, because I'm even noticing, I've seen Breakers or even David Adams. We've started partnerships like that where you open cards with us or you break cards with some Breakers, excuse me, and then directly from the breaker, they can send it right off to PSA, BGS, whatever their partnership is with. And I think it just makes it easier and a better experience for the collector.
Yeah, just more fluent.
Absolutely.
Easier.
100%. All right. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, at least David and I. One of hockey's most anticipated releases finally has announced a release date.
Let's go.
Yes, it is true. It's true. It's damn true. February 22nd, we will have the highly awaited hockey product that will feature some of the game's best stars. Remember, this is the 2021 class of rookies. So you'll have Kirill Kaprizov, Kirill the Thrill, Jason Robertson, Laffy, and Dylan Cousins. But don't forget Timmy, as Steve would say it, Stitzel. The Cup is also known for some outstanding patches. And on average, you'll get one rookie patch auto, an additional patch auto, one auto non-mem, two non-autographed inserts, memorabilia, printing plates, and or redemption cards, and one base numbered out of 249. Let's check out some of what to expect. Oh, you already played the video. God, I mean, for the love. But obviously, you guys saw up there exactly what you were talking about, though. Just incredible patches. So awesome. A lot of jumbo stuff. And, unfortunately, because of COVID, this has been on a delay.
Right.
So and you know what? We were talking.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
We were talking, and we'll probably talk with Hockey Card Gong Show guys, too. I'll bring this up. But may have kind of hurt the value of some guys, helped the value of some other guys. My example, Laffy may have hurt a little bit. I know he was highly touted coming out.
Number one pick.
But Dylan Cousin, in my opinion,
Started
playing,
slow.
an amazing year for him. So,
Yeah. And then Jason Robertson, everyone was
unbelievable.
Everyone was comparing him and McDavid's stats together. So, speaking of the ice, tomorrow, don't forget to tune in to our big NHL All-Star game, 24-box mixer break. That's going to go from noon to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We're going to rip through the 24 boxes, and then following that, we'll be available to take personals as we're going to set up a TV. We're going to watch the NHL All-Star game together. So a little watch party up in here. But if you weren't already motivated to tune in with all the product that we're going to be ripping, maybe this will get you ready to run through the wall. Going out for a rip, bud.
No shot, hoser. You're not even in this league. I'm going out for a rip, bud.
You f***ing pigeon. When haven't you been a healthy scratch?
Yeah, buddy, your breath smells like hot garbage. It's cinching off my eyebrows from here.
You really want this, you fourth liner?
Buddy, you really want to go right now? Oh, hey there. Don't forget, we got an NHL All-Star break coming up this Saturday at noon.
We're giving away 4 signed pucks. Taves Thompson, Bo Horvat, Ovechkin, and Austin Matthews.
So join us on twitch.tv/DA Cardworld. Come here, you rat.
Come here. So one thing I want to point out, I was perfectly fine announcing the signed pucks, and then as soon as I was about to say Tage Thompson, I got a nice little left to the side. I will say, though, and I apologize several times to him, the first take that we did, I actually clocked him in the head by accident.
Oh, yeah, he dummied me right in the dome.
Like, oops.
Right in the dome. I know. Look at the chat. Bally makes a good point. Where was Barnaby when we needed him? JK says, where was Razor when we needed him? Never tilted a day. Yoda goes, never tilted a day in your life there, bud. Listen, if you're not sure what's going on, it's probably for the best, if I'm being honest with you. Bliss says, not one of the finest moments. Hobo goes, unrealistic. Troy would have been whistled for no Bucky. Fair. But we thought that was a fun one there. That was a good one. But something I want to mention, too, like David said, he already said we're going to be taking personals after the break. We're going to be watching the game along with you guys so we can do some commentary. But for the personal orders, we have access to the entire warehouse. I mean, literally everything in the warehouse is... not off limits. It's not off limits. Everything in the warehouse. So we're going to be able to go back and pull stuff for you guys so we can do a lot with that. So definitely be tuning in. We're starting at noon. That's going to be the break. Probably, I would say, hour and a half.
Yeah.
2 hours at least.
2 hours, yeah.
But then once we hit probably, between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, we'll be doing personals until 6 p.m. All right?
Yep, looking forward to it. Gonna be fun.
Same here.
Wait till you see my plethora of jerseys.
Oh, Christ, that I have. Okay, all right. Listen, we've already made them wait 2 minutes over the limit, so here we go. We're in a hockey mood, so we're going to bring on our guest right now, and as far as I know, they're always in the hockey mood. Today, we are welcoming on Troy Iverson and Josh Madigan of the Hockey Cards Gong Show. If you don't know the Hockey Cards Gong Show, they take an in-depth look at the current state of the hockey hobby market. And I know you guys, a lot of fans of hockey in the chat here. So without further ado, let's welcome on Josh and Troy to the broadcast. What's up, buds? How are you?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Not much. What's going on, gentlemen? How you doing on this Friday?
We're just freezing here in Minnesota.
Buddy, I can relate to that because I think listen, I know Minnesota's worse, but we're single digits right now here in Buffalo, and I do believe with the wind chill, we're probably not looking or sitting pretty either.
It's about -18.
Yeah, February here is normally, if it gets above 0, even one day in the month, you're happy. So this month is about survival, but thank God we have stuff like hockey to keep us occupied.
Yeah, and hockey's going to be warming up right now, obviously, with the All-Star game this weekend, but I don't know if you guys heard us talking about it a couple minutes ago. Not sure how long you've been watching the show, but exciting news coming from Upper Deck. Earlier this week, we finally got a release date for the Cups. So I wanted to turn it over to you guys. Just how you feeling that we finally got that news?
Yeah, Troy, is it happening? Do you think, or is this?
I think this time we're really going to get it. It's going to really happen. We've been kind of tricked a couple times before with these placeholder dates, but I think it's going to happen now in February. And it's been, it'll be over 2 years once that date hits since the last version of the Cup came out, which was like February 17th of 2021.
Yeah, and Cup's always a blast. Like, the chances that I've had to open it or at least, have seen it open in the past, it's the premier hockey card product. It's the one everybody wants. And I don't know if you guys heard me too, but I was talking to David off camera yesterday, and I said, it's interesting with looking at the rookie class where they are now compared to where they may have been when it actually was supposed to come out, unfortunately, but because of COVID. So how do you guys feel about that too? You know, I feel like it may hurt Laffy, but, you know, help a guy like Cousins. I mean, how do you feel about that with the rookie class?
Oh, 100%. Even a guy like Robertson, right? Had this come out a year and a half ago, maybe when it should have, I don't think he would have been quite the chase he is now. So, yes, it's going to hurt a guy like Lafreniere, but I think it's going to also shine a spotlight on some of the guys that have really proven themselves, as I think Troy mentioned, almost 3 years now into the league. So you have Stutzla, Sorokin, Ottinger, and Cousins, like you mentioned. Those are kind of, I think, really good secondary chases in the Cup this year.
Yeah, and now looking forward, obviously, you know, we have the All-Star game this weekend. How can possible long-term injuries, you know, affect value of players that were selected to play in the game, you know, such as you got your Cole Caulfield, who's been out for a while now. Beniers is hurt right now. Austin Matthews is hurt. How has that affected their value a little bit?
Well, injuries are always going to affect value. And Troy and I laugh or joke around a lot that there's almost a shoulder injury pandemic in the NHL right now. And that definitely bit Cole Caulfield. So he went down, I believe, January 19th with his injury. And when we looked on the 31st, his 2021 Young Gun PSA 10 was already down 30% because it was announced he's out for the year. So it's really going to be, 8 months or so until people get to see him play again. And we expect, too, that those values will only go down as we get, especially into the what we call the off-season dip, where you get in that early July, mid-July timeframe, where values typically are down about 20 to 30%, just because, you know, these guys are no longer in the cycle anymore.
Now, I'm curious because obviously, you know, we're not going to see Cole Caulfield for a while due to the injury. Would you recommend to hobbyists to start buying Cole Caulfield while he's low? Like, do you still have the high hopes once he comes back from that injury and is fully healed, he'll get right back to his normal self?
I don't know about you, Troy, but I would probably wait a little bit and wait till that off season. I think the other thing you really have to watch, in particular with his young guns, is that population count. Because what we're seeing, especially in hockey, is you get a guy like Kaprizov, whose 2020 Young Gun PSA 10 pop count is now over 3,100. That really starts to hurt values a little bit as the cards become just much less scarce. And so I think that what I would be targeting, if you are still a big believer in Caulfield and you think he's going to bounce back, I would probably wait a little bit. I don't think there's any rush to buy now. And I would be looking at cards. We talk a lot about what replaceability factor. So cards that are a little harder to replace. So if you could get like a low numbered card from OPG Platinum or Future Watch Auto when that comes out, probably later this year, those sort of things.
You know, something I'm very curious about too is two things. You know, one, obviously we talk about how the Kirill pop report is now, you know, you said something like over 3,100. One, is that something you think possibly the hockey market should work on, maybe kind of lowering the print run of the base young guns of anybody? And then, you know, two, I feel like you look at the hockey hobby card market and it's just, you know, it's nowhere, unfortunately, the appeal of basketball or football. So what is something that maybe can be done better to make these cards at the level that these national treasure cards or flawless cards or immaculate cards, you know, have the potential to go for?
Well, that's a great question. As far as young guns, I don't mind the print runs of them. So basically, if you buy a flagship hobby box, you're going to get 6 young guns. So it's 1 out of every 4 packs. There's typically 50 young guns in a checklist. And so it is a little bit of a chase to get your guy, but it's kind of a balance, right? Where it's accessible. And if you want to get the flagship rookie or the marquee rookie of a player you love, you're going to be able to get it. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, that those cards can ever turn into $100,000 cards down the road. I don't know, unless Troy's a big Connor Bedard fan, so maybe that'll happen. Maybe that'll happen next year. And so I think that if you want to collect from an investing standpoint, you go and you try to find the options that are a little bit more scarce. And I know, as far as, we've talked a lot, and Troy, you might want to jump in here, about growing the game. It's really, I think, a collective effort. It's just getting more accessibility to the sport. And what we talk about a lot is letting the players' personality shine a little bit. The NHL needs to market its players first. And they traditionally had more of a team first approach. And there is a lot of legacy and heritage in these teams. We get all the Canadians and the Maple Leafs and the years and years of heritage there. But shine the spotlight on a Trevor Zegras, let him be brash and weird and quirky. And I think that will help connect with especially younger fans better. I don't know, Troy, do you got anything to add to that?
Well, I'll say one thing too with the young guns and how much are produced and stuff. What we've seen too is there's also some built-in scarcity that's going on with gem rates. Because a lot of times when we look at values, we talk about young guns, it's the PSA 10s. And sometimes there is built-in scarcity where we have gem rates running in, it can be anywhere. There's some releases that are 30%. So you have a nice built-in scarcity there. So it might not, the pop counts won't rise as fast, but there's some where there's 70, 80%. And that's one thing we always tell people when you're looking at these cards, make sure you look at the gem rate, because then you can kind of ballpark too where you think PSA 10 rates are going to kind of go and where pop counts will go.
So you guys brought up the name Connor Bedard, and I think it's just obviously an appropriate. It's an appropriate time. We might as well just bring him up. And this might be a hot take. People may not agree with me, but in my mind, he feels like the second coming of a McDavid, at least in the collecting way. I mean, the numbers that he's putting up in juniors right now is just mad. It's ridiculous.
They're stupid. They're stupid
numbers, right? They're stupid numbers. So, I mean, coming into the draft, I mean, there's a couple factors, right? What market he might go to? Does he go to Anaheim? Does he go to an American team? But Montreal. How do you guys think he may end up impacting the hockey card hobby?
So I'll let you talk about like the market where he's going to go. But I think one interesting point Josh does kind of look at the top selling cards by month and what players by count. We use like Card Ladder and see secondary market sales. And Bedard has already entered the top 20. This is and he doesn't have that many cards.
Right.
It's going to be junior cards, non-NHL cards, Team Canada cards. So that right there, I think, is a really telling sign of the hype that is just building around this guy. As for Marcus, Josh, I know you have a lot of good opinions on where he should end up.
Yeah, I don't want to be like a tinfoil hat guy here, but if you going back to your previous question about what would be best to help grow the NHL, honestly, if he's an American market in the Central or East Coast, right, where Canada, I'm sure as much as they want to keep Bedard, hockey's already big there, right? We needed to get bigger in the U.S. And I think he has the star power that could help make that happen. And where a lot of people might want to see him on Anaheim, as an example, paired up with like a Trevor Zegras, it's so hard to, for you guys on the East Coast to see a game that starts at 11 o'clock or midnight your time or something crazy like that, where I think, and as a Wild fan, it pains me to say this, but like the Blackhawks probably would be the perfect choice for exposing the game to more and more people.
Yep. As you were talking, that was definitely a team that was sticking out in my mind. Midwest, obviously, very low on the table in the league. So
yeah, I mean, you think currently, we look at a guy like Matty Beniers and like great young talent, but he's in Seattle. Like I've seen him play once, and it was the game I went to in Buffalo. So it was like, exactly. You really don't get to see them a lot when they're on the West Coast because the games are starting at 10:30 here. 100%. So. Let's look back at, the first half of the season since we're heading into All-Star break. Which players, in your guys' personal opinions, boosted their hobby value during the first half of the season?
Well, there's kind of two obvious choices here. And the first one would be J-Rob or Jason Robertson. Really December he exploded, and he been pretty good all along the way. And it's almost like the hobby collectively just realized that, oh, wow, this guy's good, and started buying all of his cards. And so he's seen a pretty big increase. It's up about 88%, his Young Gun PSA 10 since the start of the season, selling right now in like the 350 range. But this is one again, though, where you're going to have to watch the pop count. And I think it's at 566 currently, and it's up pretty big over the last 2 or 3 months. And so you got to kind of be careful at what point you get in there. And then the other guy is your Buffalo guy, Tage the Rage Thompson. Kind of came out of nowhere this year and really kind of, I think, realized his potential. And he's seen a huge increase. His Young Gun PSA 10's up 270% since the start of the season, was trading about $150 right around 1st of November and selling in the 550 to 575 range now. Now, this is a pop count of 95. And again, we're going back to 2017, where I don't think these cards were printed as much. There's probably not as many in great condition. And so if you had to ask, like, what's maybe a safer play, is because of that pop count issue, I think Thompson is probably a little bit safer, given that he'll have more, as Troy talked about, more scarcity.
So we're talking about young guys, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't just mention this guy. Coming into the season, seemed like there was a lot of hype around him. Obviously, his draft stock went down a little bit. He falls to 4 to Seattle. Let's talk about Shane Wright. I mean, obviously, we have no sign if he's going to maybe be in Series 2 or if he's going to make it into 22, 23 products at all. Is there panic, or is it just one of those things where he's just a young kid and he's got to grow into the role? I feel like his Team Canada stuff went up a little bit, obviously, when they won the tourney. But, he's another one. Right now, you only see Kingston stuff and you see Team Canada stuff.
Well, I'll let Troy. Troy's got some pretty strong feelings on Shane Wright, and so I'll let him jump in a minute. But one thing that's really interesting is if you dig in, it's very close to the development process that the Kraken used for Matty Beniers. They did not rush him into the NHL. What made this story, I think, a little bit more unique was that he was presumed for a long time to be the number 1 pick and fell to 4th. And then because of his age being younger and the agreement between the CHL and the NHL is that he couldn't be sent essentially to the AHL like Beniers was, right? And so that, I think, made it more of a story, but it's really a similar development path that Beniers has had. And that's, I think, it seems to be the way that the Kraken prefer to ease these guys into the league. I don't know, Troy, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I agree. I actually like what the Kraken are doing. They obviously played him very minimally and saw things the head coach probably just didn't like and decided development is the better option for you. And I have no problem with that. He's 19. Now you got to watch and don't destroy his confidence. But as long as they talk to him, and he's went back to, and he's in the OHL, and he's actually ripping it up there now. I want to say he's got like 14 points in 7 games or something crazy. So he's actually doing well. And I have no problem with the Kraken making that decision and sending him back down. I do hope that Shane Wright, has that chip on his shoulder, being, he was kind of a consensus number 1, drops to 4. I hope he comes back probably next year or whenever he does come back with that chip and actually breaks out. But I have absolutely zero problem with what they've done with Shane Wright. Maybe they could have handled some of the sending him to the press box stuff and all that came out, and grandparents coming to his game and he didn't even play for the whole week. So there's kinds of funny things there, but I actually think Shane Wright it's fine that he went back to develop some more.
And I feel like something like those headlines that you just mentioned there should add fuel to the fire, and hopefully he does come back with, that chip. And I agree. I mean, I think the whole OHL trade of his too, people way overhyped that. I mean, really, wasn't that a move to send him out west so he was basically closer to Seattle, right? Because he's over here in Kingston and he's in Ontario and his team's all the way out west. So I think, I think people were a little too much on that.
Yeah, I think.
Well, and my favorite picture of him ever is at the draft when he's just staring down the Montreal Canadiens table. Now, who knows if that's how the angle of the picture and everything, but I like to think he was just staring at him going, I'm going to get you guys, or I'm going to show you what I can do. So I hope he does it.
Absolutely.
That's literally what I was just about to say. I mean, and he scored his very first NHL goal against Montreal, oddly
Yep.
enough. So it's funny how that
Last thing I throw in here on Wright is that I think from a hobby perspective, he's going to have to earn his hype. Where a lot of these guys are, because of their draft status where they're taken, they like a Lafreniere will get hype out of the gate, and people can't seem to quit him. But Wright, now I think that the shine has faded a little bit, and he's going to have to kind of earn his place in the sort of the hobby value hierarchy.
And now let's go to the second half of the year. So following, everything that happens this weekend, who are you guys keeping an eye out for in the second half, from a hobby perspective?
Well, Troy, I'll let you jump in, but a couple guys that I'm watching is I think one of the byproducts of the Cole Caulfield injury is he was kind of turning into that next hobby darling, and there's going to be focus now taken away since he isn't playing. And I think we're starting to see that shift onto Jack Hughes a little bit, and he's so close to kind of breaking through to that superstar status. His sales seem to inch up almost every month now, and his play's been great too, so that doesn't hurt. I think from a rookie standpoint, it's, how does Beniers finish the season? Can he, or does a goalie, even Logan Thompson, win the Calder? And a couple of younger goal scorers, and I'm interested what Wyatt Johnston or Kent Johnson will do the second half of the season if they can, notch up their results a little bit. And then my last guy is, Ovi. Can he continue to score goals? And where does it put him by the end of the season as far as timeline and getting to Gretzky's goal mark? I don't know, Troy, do you have any other guys here?
No, Wyatt Johnson was a big one on my list, and I had the other ones. But I will say I'll take a boring one because I think people really, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure everyone has, Connor McDavid is on pace, I think, for 150 points. And it'll be really interesting to see. One, they got to make the playoffs, but if he can make a cup run, can he push his values even farther, up high from what they are now? But the things he is doing is just amazing. And I know everyone should know he's the best player in the NHL, but he's really taken it to another level this year.
Yeah,
he's been absolutely insane. I mean, we were talking the other day, and we looked at like his current point total, and we were like, there's still another half of hockey left.
Yeah.
Like, there's still a whole nother slate of games. Like, it's absolutely astonishing what he's doing.
Yeah, kid's a highlight.
It might be the highest point total we've seen, I don't know, since the mid-90s, somewhere in there. I mean, it's crazy how many points he could possibly get if he keeps his pace going.
Yep, I mean, the kid's a human highlight reel, obviously. And just, I think you're right. It's almost from a personal player perspective and a hobby perspective, the cup run would be a little sort of, monkey off the back situation for him. Very much so.
Absolutely.
So last thing we wanted to get to here with you guys, obviously thank you for joining us. Besides the cup, that's out of the way. Anything else that hockey product wise you guys are looking forward to in the next calendar year, or just anything that you've been really hooked on right now that you suggest for the wax rippers or pack rippers out there that they would want to get?
Well, I think as of what's out currently, 2022-23 Artifacts is really strong, and it's even more so, I think, than the 2021 release, which came out just a few months ago, as Upper Deck is kind of trying to get caught up here from their pandemic-related delay issues. Then beyond that, you have Series 2 coming out, so you got to get a fresh crop of young guns. That's always kind of fun to see who separates themselves from the pack in that area. And then a couple other just personal products that I really like is I'm a big OPG Platinum guy. Love like the Seismic Golds or Emerald Surge, some of the lower numbered cards there. And then not a lot, or the Credentials product, which isn't talked a lot about, but they have the debut tickets, which are really similar to like Panini's Contender rookie tickets almost. And I just think those are amazing cards, especially from a rookie perspective. I don't know, Troy, what are you looking forward to?
Actually, you mentioned the ones, but another one I'm looking forward to, and this is going to show my Connor Bedard bias, but the 2022 Upper Deck Team Canada Junior Hockey comes out, I think, in a week or two. And I just am curious to watch what happens with the Bedard cards, how the sales go. Are they going to go through the stratosphere and see what they do? So I'm really interested to see what like his patch autos and stuff like that do. Plus, I coach girls hockey in the high school level in Minnesota, and they're actually including Team Canada women's players, which I think is very cool. I think they might have done in the past, but that's one thing I'm kind of looking forward to. I've actually really loved Series 1, 2022-23 Series 1. I think the photography and the pictures was just fantastic. So I really like it ripping that. And if I see it and it's decent price, I usually buy a box. But like Josh said, I'm looking forward to OPG Platinum. Obviously the cup. Can't wait. I hope it stays at that February 26th. Second date.
So do we.
Fingers crossed. But
yeah. So do we for sure. But all great points there because like I would agree. I love that OPG Platinum, which we're actually going to open after we're done with you guys here when we're finished talking and wrapping up. I like how that seems it's kind of emerged as almost like a prism or optic in the upper deck version for hockey. I really enjoy that. Artifacts has been awesome. Really, what got me in this year's Artifacts that I loved was the tickets that they're doing. They're putting pieces of the tickets in the card. I think that's incredible. And we all know that Artifacts, past history, usually well known for its, laundry tags, the fight straps, things like that. So adding a new element like that, and I think Team Canada very underrated, I would say, because of the women you can pull and the kids. I guess at 29, I can call them kids at this point, that you can pull out of there. Yeah. So, definitely a lot of great products right there. So suggestions to the chat for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that's going to do it. We really appreciate you guys coming in and talking with us. Hopefully you guys had some fun. One thing we like to do before we let all of our guests go is please plug what you got. Let us know where we can find you on social media and let people know, when the podcast drops and where they can go listen.
Yeah, thank you. It's been great to be on, guys. Yeah, so we're the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast on every major podcast platform. We have new episodes Monday and Thursday.
Monday and Thursday.
And you can find us, just search Hockey Cards Gong Show on really any of the social platforms and you'll find us there.
All right, great, guys. Well, beautiful. Troy, Josh, thank you so much. We hope to talk to you again soon. Would love to chop up more hockey cards with you guys because that's really the big one for me. So anytime in the future, we'll give you a ring and we'll get down to business again.
Awesome.
Anytime, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, fellas, have a great weekend. Stay warm, yes, and enjoy the NHL All-Star game.
Definitely. Take care.
All right, later, boys.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Always good to talk some puck.
I love it. I feel like sometimes we don't talk as much. Obviously, it's big. We're in the big stages of football season, basketball season, but we got to show some love to hockey too, because I know honestly a lot of the chat they love them big some hockey. So it's always great to do that.
Absolutely, big fan of it. All right, it is Friday, right? Let me
check.
It's Friday.
It is. It's
so.
Did you see what's on the rundown? Did you check the rundown?
Oh, man. Here it is. 2 times in 1 week, we got Gremlin games with Elena. Oh, man.
So we're going to keep on.
Hey, Miss Piggy looks like Elena after a Saturday night ripping some beers. Did you see her? She was hunched.
Yeah, that's me every day. We're gonna keep We're gonna keep on the theme of hockey. So I'm not here to spoil anything, but it is a hockey player. So we're gonna play Who's That Player?
Stevens, can you move this stuff around?
Yeah, it's gotta get moved. So like I said, this one's a quick one. Chat can help. So is out 8 to 12 weeks with a wrist injury, was picked in the 6th round of the 2015 draft, and is a Green Bay, Wisconsin native.
Oh my God. Wrist injury.
It's not Evander Kane.
Is it Matthews? No, Matthews is Canadian. Or no, Matthews is American?
Hurry up and guess.
I think it's Austin Matthews. I think it's Austin Matthews.
6th round?
6th round of the 2015.
No, he wasn't. With a wrist injury?
Ryan O'Reilly.
Somebody help. Ryan O'Reilly.
You're locked into Ryan
O'Reilly.
Okay.
I see the chat's helping us. Ryan O'Reilly. Yes. I hate when draft questions get brought in. I hate drafts. It's Ryan O'Reilly.
Why don't you know the 6th round pick?
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, chat. I only see... Wait, I want to see the end.
Tyler P. Bo Jackson said Tyler P. It's not Matthews. He was a first rounder.
These Springfield got it right. It's Mason Appleton. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. What is this guy, a third liner?
It's Steve Springfield.
You couldn't even find him in a Winnipeg Jets jersey. That's like the AHL team.
All
right, well, bean me, brother. Bean me,
Oh my
brother.
God, I love that for
What the
me.
hell kind of shit was
What
that?
do you mean? That was.
Somebody redline put Tony Twist.
Oh, I just like I was like he's on.
Manitoba Moose is loose.
He was
Oh,
on.
sorry.
He's on the Kraken now, and I wanted to pick a Kraken player.
They do have nice jerseys.
Well, can I get the overhead, please? Hopefully the overhead works. Is my overhead going to work? Ah, boy.
Oh, stand by.
Hold, please.
You want me to go first?
The Manitoba Moose.
I'm shaking from this.
We're
Celsius.
losing viewers. We're losing viewers. Hurry up.
Not working.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
right.
man.
Go to David though.
Go to
That
David
was a
then.
nice, that was
And
a
if
nice
David has
Yoss
to
right
spin for Troy, he can. Hope he gets something good, something delicious. What is it?
there. Oh, no.
What is it?
Cappuccino or liver and onions?
Oh, I had like 3 liver and onions, so it's probably a cappuccino.
Oh, you went
Is it
back to the
cappuccino?
camera. Great.
Liver and onions? Littered. Gotta swallow it,
I
bud.
know.
Is it liver and onions?
Gotta swallow it, bud.
All right, try mine now.
Yours is working.
All right, great. Here we
Gotta
go.
swallow it. D. Springfield, I appreciate you knowing Mason Applewood. What was his name?
You said Appleton first off. All right. Oh boy,
You
I've
did the
got
name.
peach or barf.
That one.
That one.
So it's barf.
Oh shit. I don't even have.
I love my
water.
games.
Oh god, I don't have water. I might have to steal some of that.
I'm gonna chug it.
Oh, that's barf.
Oh, no.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh, it tastes like vodka sauce.
I feel so good this morning. What? I feel so on top of the world that I'm not eating barf. So warm and old barf. Yum, yum, yum.
Elena,
Yeah.
shut up. Please.
Well, I'm out of here. I came
You're
to cause
making it worse.
destruction, and I'm out.
All right,
You succeeded.
I'll catch a cab.
seal it. Nobody takes cabs anymore. You old man,
Okay.
Stevens. Okay, just forget about it. Just let her go.
There was 100%
Let her
no
go.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino
in there.
All right, guys, and you know what? It wouldn't be Friday without this guy either. I love him to death. He may not think so, but he knows I love him. Let's welcome on Meerkat for the Meerkat Minute. Hit it!
Getting there.
Okay, never mind. Just the Pro Bowl this weekend, but big news in the hobby of football.
Oh my God, I'm wearing the same hoodie. Wait.
You are. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. That was the longest 11 seconds of my life. You're a ticking. This brother's a ticking time bomb.
Oh, this
right
cord
here.
is wrapped all over. Elena's trying to trip me. Oh my God.
Oh
okay,
god!
Okay, we're good.
Oh my god!
We're set.
Master Zine's watching this. He's gonna
Master
lose his
Zine,
mind.
it's my fault.
He's gonna lose it.
Yeah,
gonna
well,
lose
Master Zine, he's too busy working on a basement or something.
Epoxy sealing it or whatever, sniffing the fumes. I don't know, whatever the kids do nowadays.
What's up?
Hey, dude, what's happening?
Oh, just hanging out. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you too. We made it. I know, we made it.
We made it.
We made it to Friday.
We made it.
Barely, but we made it.
What a week, huh?
Dude, what a week. Hey, huge
Cut
news though.
What?
In the NFL, yeah.
What happened?
Did you hear?
No.
Did you hear the news? Do I gotta be the one? I gotta be the one to tell you?
break some news.
I gotta be the bearer of bad
Yo,
news.
guys, breaking news.
You heard it here first. We definitely did. This didn't come out yesterday. Tom Brady officially retiring from the NFL
Oh, let's go.
for the second time.
We love that. Do we love that? I do.
Does the hobby love that?
Well, I think that's what we're here to talk about a little
Good segue.
bit.
That's segueing, baby.
So, obviously, we're Bills fans. I love my Buffalo Bills. Tom Brady ruined my childhood. I'm a drought baby. Literally just tortured me for the first 20 years of my existence on this earth.
I feel that.
He's the GOAT. Like,
Right.
I admit that. He is the GOAT just because, he ruined my life, truly. I still got to admit, he's the best of all time. And, the mass of Brady sales since the announcement has been kind of crazy. So there hasn't been any insane sales, like no big six-figure sales.
Okay.
The monsters haven't come out to play yet. But we're seeing a really, really high volume of cards overall this week. And you're seeing a lot of his 2000 Brady rookies, all different products. The biggest sale we've had so far since the announcement has been $25,000 for one of his 2000 playoff contender rookie ticket autos, one of his most famous cards. But those Bowman Chrome cards are going crazy. I forget the guy's name. He has that dual rookie with like this random guy. Someone in chat help. It's like Gio Carmazia or something. Yeah,
Nice Italian
it's
boy.
like one of his like main rookie cards. It's just a split because sixth round pick and all that. Don't know if you guys knew. Tom Brady was taken in the 6th round.
Pretty deep.
Just like
Pretty deep.
Mr. Appleton or whatever.
She showed me that earlier, and I'm like, is that like Mark Sheafley? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I saw the Jets jersey. I'm just like, who the hell is this guy? They're getting beans. So that was great. But I talked about it on Card News Now the other day. I don't really know how this is going to affect Brady long term from a hobby perspective, because obviously he's going to have to keep his value. He's Tom Brady.
Right.
He's going to still be in headlines and be talked about all the time with, transitioning the media, most likely it looks like. And then 5 years down the line, his induction into Canton, that's going to be a big deal. So at least for the foreseeable future, Tom Brady is still Tom Brady, even though he's not on the football field. And will that help his value? Will he continue to rise now that he's retired, now that he's cemented as the GOAT? Do we have to wait for his Hall of Fame induction? Or now that his career is over and he's not playing as much, will he start to take a hit just because the hobby loves recency bias?
Blind gentleman. He had a
Giovanni
duel with
Carmazzi.
Giovanni Carmazzi. I was close. Let's
Giovanni
go.
Carmazzi.
Giovanni Carmazzi.
Hey.
Yeah, I was close. But that's actually like, there's been hundreds of sales of that card the past few days because that's one of the cheaper ones there.
Yeah.
But it's a Brady rookie there.
Nonetheless, right.
Flacco to the Hall of Fame before Brady. That's hard to argue with.
Dude, I love Redline too. Redline goes, I don't recognize that name, Brady. Is a new draft for the Bruins. He was actually a draft for the Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just unsure what happens because I don't see his value dropping. No. I think potentially we see it, rise right now with the retirement, plateau for a bit, makes his announcement in broadcasting, rise again, plateau, Hall of Fame, plateau. But I think there's a chance it might be even more stagnant than that. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. And one thing you do see with big name players when they retire especially is they start to sign a lot more. Now, I'm not saying, Tom Brady cards are crazy, crazy rare autograph cards right now, but he does not sign a lot. He is a premium signer, but when guys retire, you start to see them flood products.
True.
Not that he needs the money. I mean, who knows with the divorce? Man threw away his family for, first round playoff exit for one more year. One more year in Tampa Bay, baby.
Not to mention the crypto scandal.
Oh, the crypto scandal. Yeah, Tom Brady basically ran FTX. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, that's next week's Meerkat Minute. But I actually do think Brady will stay retired. He's not going to do the song and dance 3 more times where and then, retire 3 more times, come back, then steal a bunch of money to build a volleyball court or something like that, like others have chosen to do.
Court.
Yeah, but so, this is kind of where, like if you want to call Tom Brady a buy, he's forever a buy. I'm not going to put a label on Tom Brady. I'm more kind of throwing it out to you guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Does Tom Brady continuous rise throughout his career? Or is it going to be, flat line, thing happens, boom, flat line, thing happens, boom? But I don't see him ever going down. I just don't see it.
Right.
Now, one extra thing I want to mention before we wrap it up and get to the box rip is I feel like with Brady's retirement, we have to talk about Kyle Trask is now the only active quarterback on the Bucs roster.
Yeah, we got to talk about him because, Tom Brady retires, Blaine Gabbert's set to become a free agent, unrestricted there. So now they are left with Kyle Jacob Trask. I'm going to call him KJ Trask. I feel like KJ is a lot more menacing of a quarterback name. It doesn't really fit Trask as a player, though, and I don't know if Tampa is going to ride Trask into this 2023 season. This NFL draft is kind of like back-end, mid-round heavy with quarterbacks. You can see him taking someone, or a guy like Anthony Richardson, also out of Florida, might fall to 19, and it'll be hard for Tampa Bay to pass up there on a guy like him. But they did invest a second-round pick into Trask, and they give him the luxury of sitting behind Tom Brady and learning, practicing with him, learning his mannerisms, just how Tom Brady handles himself. And I think they are going to give him every opportunity, despite if they sign a free agent, which there's no one major I think they'd make a move for. I don't see them trading, or they draft someone. Trask is still going to have every opportunity to win the starting quarterback job, I believe. And he wasn't my favorite prospect coming out, but he was a 2-year starter at Florida who truly blossomed in his second year starting, became a Heisman finalist, 46 total touchdowns, only 8 turnovers. He's an exciting guy, and his play does kind of remind me of Brady. I'm not saying he can ever be Brady, but he is a pocket guy with a great arm, and he can put the ball where it needs to be. But the thing with him is he's not really going to elevate the people around him. He's not going to make them better. So he needs that good offensive line. He needs that clean pocket. He needs the good receivers. But I think he can truly execute their offense. And so if he wins this job, Kyle Trask is still cheap. The most expensive Trask card ever was back in, this August, 2022. It was his 2021 National Treasures True 1/1 Vertical RPA. That only went for $11,000. I mean, you're saying only for a guy who was just third string, second round pick quarterback. But it was the situation he was put in. And now we're seeing that situation come to fruition. Now, since Brady's retired, we've only had one big sale, it was $2,000 for his 1/1 flawless Nike swoosh just like 2 days ago through eBay. There's more cards up for auction. People are still wondering what they're going to do. But I think Kyle Trask is worth a little something here.
A little sprinkle,
a little dabble.
All right. Well, that's good analysis, I think. Anything you want to add?
I have definitely searched the eBays of the world for Kyle Trask.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You can get some solid stuff for pretty inexpensive right now. And like I said, if you think he has a chance to start, which I do, I think they're going to give him every opportunity to.
Yeah. And it won't feel like a high risk, high reward. It'll feel like it's a low risk situation.
Definitely low risk. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Yeah. Well, Meerkat, do you want to stick around for the box rip?
Yeah, sure.
Elena, would you like to join us? I know you like to do that.
Grantland.
All right, guys. We are going to do our box rip giveaway now, and it is going to be for the 2020
I don't have to take a
21 O-Pee-Chee Platinum. Can you actually hand me the pillow, please?
It's O-Pee-Chee.
I got it. By the way, so we are going to give this away with the box here, and thank you to Captain, a.k.a. Cody there. I can't believe I said Captain, a.k.a. Cody. More like Cody, a.k.a. Captain. You're going to let us know in the chat or in the YouTube comments who is your sleeper team for who might make the playoffs in the NHL this year. So give us your sleeper team who may make the playoffs in the NHL, and we'll give you this Upper Deck pillow and the contents of this box. All right, so we're going to have 20 packs. Oh boy. So we're going to test your ripping. But okay, now I actually do need the cutter. These guys are starting to do the thing where I actually don't know where the cutter is.
Hell?
Okay.
I don't like
Courtesy,
I'm feeling.
package courtesy of Patrick.
I don't
because that's making the bottom feels wet. Am I gonna have to wash my? Am I gonna have to wash my hands?
Goo in there. I don't know.
Open first. Okay.
We need an overhead on this?
I don't know if I like this. Yeah, can I get an overhead or no? All right. Dear Troy, I know episode 100 was a huge milestone for everyone in the show, so congratulations, because this show is so special. I wanted to make the cutter delivered for episode 101 extra special. This seems like a note from a killer.
It was meant to be for the 100.
I'm surprised you didn't piece together like magazine, like you were doing some ransom or some shit. You will need the contents of this box in order to get the cutter out of the other. I know you're handling cards after, so I made sure there would be no mess. Love, Pat.
Oh, I love Pat. That's so nice. Pat.
Adorable.
Say it back.
Say you
I love you, Pat. Yeah, I love Patrick. Patrick knows I love him. I love Patrick, but I don't love this.
Put some gloves on. Wow, a lot of gloves.
Is it like surgical gloves? Yeah, I need two?
Well, we know Troy's got some Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
You're a real piece. You're a real piece of
Those things are
shit.
swollen.
It is hot in here. Oh my god, when I have salt, they just blow up. Oh, I think I fit in the large better.
Looking like Miss Piggy out here.
Anyways, these are definitely two sizes different gloves. Okay. Patrick, what did you... This seems gross, Patrick. Patrick. Oh, for the love.
I
This is gonna
completely
get-
guessed it was goo, and it's goo.
I'm not going to
Can
be...
I have that when you're done?
We'll get more in the camera.
Yeah, move on,
Oh.
dude.
Is it in here?
It might not be.
Let me take this stuff.
You're such a rat
Wait,
bastard.
I'll keep the slime over here,
You want
Pat.
the
Yeah,
slime?
I'll keep the
I
slime.
kind of want to play with it.
Yeah, we want the slime.
There you
here.
go. Okay,
You
well,
get cards. We get. Oh my god.
I'll take a paper towel just in case. Thank you.
Hey, our DoorDash is almost here.
God,
Yo.
unreal.
Yeah, is it from the unicorn poop Chase pulled last night?
Is that
Is
from the
this
unicorn
galaxy
poop?
Goo or unicorn poop? It looks
That
like a
was-
combo.
It's called poo goo. That's all I know.
Poo
about it.
goo.
Poo-goo. All right, can I get the above camera? We really got to rip through this.
Yo.
Don't forget, Elena is going to be on the live
Can I throw
lounge
this at the
after
camera at
this.
the end of the
At
show?
one. Yeah, Jake, I saw your message. We can hold off. Just let me know. Hop in. Hop in
All
the
right.
chat.
All right, y'all, here we go. 20 packs. We'll get 10 and 10. One autograph, but of course, there's some low-numbered cards we can find.
I wish they.
Upper Deck
I'm just
always does
watching
this.
you
I always
guys
forget.
have the time of your life
This is the
here.
most
Now
fun I've ever
I had
like
the
Flubber.
time of... All right, Meerkat.
Flubber. Oh!
Oh, okay, left
Why?
or right?
No.
Left.
Oh my god.
You had
No,
the
it's
flubber
fine.
in your
No,
hands.
it's fine.
Left.
No, yeah.
I'm not
Left?
touching
Yeah.
cards.
I'm sorry for your loss, David.
Yeah.
Wow, rip in peace. Okay, going to David.
I'm handling flubber.
Yeah, I'm a little busy right now.
Bye.
I'm giving
There you
Miss
go.
Piggy a
All right, back to the overhead, please. Oh God. Okay. No. This has gone off the rails.
Dude.
Oh! All right, here we go.
You
Good luck,
ass.
everybody. Remember, let us know who your sleeper team is to make the playoffs this year in the NHL.
I want to throw this at something.
I want
so
to throw it at
bad.
the camera.
I
So
want to
bad.
throw it at Troy. I
Is
want to throw it at
Papa's
the
not
wall. I want to throw
watching,
it at
right?
the camera.
Is anyone from upper management watching right now? Please drop in the chat.
Khrushchev. Okay, this one. Khrushchev here. This is a marquee rookie with the beach background. I've seen those before. That's an insert. I think you get a couple of those.
All right,
One
all
or
right, all right.
it's 2 per box, I think, on those beach inserts.
Yo, this box is getting damn.
I felt
Um,
the bottom. I'm like, yo, that feels
Lorentz
like goo.
rookie. And a Dylan Larkin with the pink back there.
That was like splat.
Oh my God, that's a lot of goo. Like,
Dude,
that's a lot of poo goo.
we took big chunks out and it just refilled
Holy.
itself. It regenerates.
All right, we got the marquee rookie in the back,
We
so
can
we'll
ship
leave
this
it.
sealed to whoever wants it.
Mark Stone. Quick. Nick Robertson, Jason's
We'll
brother
sign the
there.
goo.
Marquee rookie. Nice. Let's see. Can I get pink back? I feel I got to remember I can't read some of these comments out loud. Bull.
Bull's fine.
No, he's great. I love Bull. Have you ever read some of his jokes, though?
Sometimes.
Vrana on the refractor, I guess you would call it, because Prism is Panini, so I would say Upper Deck. That's the refractor.
I've never seen you so focused in
2020.
mind.
I think.
Oh my
Is that who I thought it was? There we go. How about a rookie there with the pink back
I
again?
might
Jake
quit just to
Ottinger.
play with goo.
Jake Ottinger rookie.
Should have been 9 years old. Like,
Can I become a goo tuber?
you can if you're 5.
Okay, here's a red. Here's a red. Sorokin. That's a nice one right there.
Would be like,
Rookie.
dude,
Heeshire Ben.
Or
47.
Mr.
Is this Alexander Radulov? That's who I thought it was.
Beast.
That's out of 199. The red prism, they
Ooh,
call
that's
it.
pretty.
I like that. Alexander Radulov.
I saw right.
Nashville
150
Nashville
silver
Predators,
goo.
great right there.
My next YouTube video.
I don't know what these two are talking about over here. I don't know what's going on anymore. Burden rookie. Barzal. Svechnikov
Ooh.
in the rainbow.
Those are
Svechnikov rainbow. Oh, that's what they're called. They're called rainbows. Not bad. Everyone needs a Kaprizov. Couldn't agree more. Everybody needs Kirill the
This is
Thrill.
yours. This is so
I see
warm.
some booze in the
It's
chat.
colder than mine.
Remember, let us know who your sleeper team is to make the playoffs. What are you two children doing over there?
Meerkat.
Soderstrom,
Meerkat is throwing his goo at his iPad.
No, I'm
Seth
not.
Jones
No, I'm
Rainbow.
I'm
Seth Jones
becoming
Rainbow.
overstimulated.
All right. 2 more packs. Hopefully
no.
the auto's here. If not, David wins. David won this one on his own. Possibly.
Possible.
See, we got 2 packs left. Maybe a little
Yo,
last
Miss-
pack magic.
Miss Keisha. Miss Keisha.
Oh my gosh, she did.
Oh my gosh, she did.
Ottinger on the marquee rookie this time.
Jay-Z, Meerkat.
Carlson.
Who?
Carlson, pink back. But how
Yeah,
about
this is good
a
too.
pink marquee rookie of Dylan Cousins, the
Oh.
matte pink? That's a nice one right there. Last pack magic. Let me get some LPMs in the chat, please.
Don't give it to
LPM.
him.
No, don't give it to Troy.
Why?
Because we
What
want
is wrong
David
with
to
you
win.
We want
guys?
David to win.
Oh my god.
No one
Whatever,
gives
dude.
No, Bryce, no.
Brian.
Whoa!
Oh, no,
Best in the
Bryce.
world. Connor McDavid.
Whoa,
He is the
that was
best in
shiny.
the world at this current moment right there. All right, that's
All
it
right.
for me. Let's flip it over to David.
Our DoorDash is here, so I gotta rip through.
You gotta
You should have pre-ripped before.
Oh my goodness.
should have for here.
Now I can't open
We
it.
can't do that. Oh, now I can't do it. He's under pressure. He's in the pressure cooker. No, don't do anything to Miss Piggy.
I did already.
Why, dude? This is Tony's. This isn't ours.
Already.
You better be careful. You're gonna
She
be
got
answering to
facial.
Tony.
Tony and I have a good
That is,
working relationship.
Kaniemi.
Yeah, that.
You got the beach one or whatever though. Those are, like I said, I think those are 2 per box.
Kaniemi.
Kaniemi. David.
JWP, whoever wins the cards gets the goo with the cards.
Wait, what did you ask
We're
them?
sending a box of goo. You get
Romanov.
the pillow, the goo,
For
and the
what?
cards
And the
for
damn
who your
box the
sleeper
goo is
team
in.
is
Morgan
to make the
Geeky,
playoffs
marquee
this year
rookies.
in the NHL.
Mm.
Sleeper team. That was
Right,
Cody's
sleeper.
idea.
Tuesday
pillow.
Arenum.
The Rochester Red Wings.
Oh, you're making.
That's a baseball team.
Is that
That's
currency?
a bit, yes.
It's a AAA baseball
these,
team.
These are my goo coins.
I'll trade you 1 goo coin.
That's coming off the desk, right? Tyler's gonna be. I just don't want Tyler getting pissed.
Not even watching.
I just don't want Tyler getting pissed.
How many goo coins for the iPad?
Vasilevsky.
How do you expect them to be children?
How many goo coins for the iPad
You should
now?
know better.
I'll take 2 goo
You
coins.
should have known better.
Fine, 2 goo
The
coins.
iPad's yours.
Goo. Goo goo.
Good trade, if you ask me.
No more. Okay, no backsies then.
No trade back.
Ooh,
Ooh, there you
who's
go.
your auto?
Keandre Miller.
Nice.
Rookie auto. Out of
The Nats.
99.
Nice.
Out
Well,
of 99.
David wins,
Keandre
guys.
Miller. Rangers.
David wins.
There we go. All right, let's rip through these.
Good job, David.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That head, dude. Oh no.
Poor Miss Piggy.
I'm the proud owner of an
Stop.
iPad for 2 goo coins.
Mark Stone.
Ew, dude, look at it jiggle when you just put it down.
Stop.
Oh,
Oh, David's gonna throw up.
no.
My money
no,
don't
it's
jiggle,
just-
jiggle. It
is
folds.
weird.
I like to see you jiggle, jiggle.
Oh,
show.
show.
It's wiggle, wiggle. But
Yo, cheese is hyped. I'm hyped for David too. You guys give it up for David.
Thank you.
He's the man.
Oh, remember these glory days? Taylor Hall on the Sabres.
Yeah, he was here for a cup of coffee.
And Gensel.
Gensel, nice
the coffee
there.
stay hot?
Gensel. How many more packs we got?
I got, well, if you include this one, 4. I'm sorry, I'm trying my hardest.
1206,
You're okay.
bud.
Hey, you know, honestly, while he's doing, you got a little gold,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah, I think gold's out of 75.
Coughlin.
Ooh,
Russ.
what is this though? No, this is like Phil the
Joe.
Thrill, the
Cheeseburger
glizzy,
Phil. Out of 249.
the glizzy goblin right there.
I could eat more glizzies than him.
No one.
Wait, you know what? We should have Bandura contact Phil Kessel. I want to see Meerkat. Who wants to see Meerkat versus Phil Kessel in a hot dog eating contest?
Elena
Rookie
needs to
Dylan
do that,
Cousins.
too. She's a threat to me.
I'm a big hot
Sweet
dog. I
selection.
can't
Yeah.
even say it.
Hit dig.
Kiefer Bellows.
Big. I'm a big.
Which I think is related to
a
Brian
threat.
Bellows. I'm pretty sure Brian Bellows used to play like 80s, 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you worried about defending my crown next year at our 4th of July hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, well, let's hope they're not boiled this time.
I think
Boiled
David
hot dogs are
ate
better
LPM.
than. Boiled
Last
hot
back
dogs
match.
are better than anything, and I'll die on that hill. Mix it.
good boiled hot dog.
Mixed with a little mac and cheese.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
Ryan
Chopped up
McLeod.
the boiled hot dog. Mix it in a pot of
Nick
crap.
I forgot
Schmaltz.
to show you.
I'm gonna tell you right
All
now,
right.
that sounds worse
done.
than
Friend of the program, recurring
barf.
guest Frank the Tank made hamburger helper with
We're
hot
done.
dogs.
All right.
instead
Good.
of
Hey.
ground beef the other day.
Not even paying attention. Hello, hi, over here.
The show's still going on. I forgot.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us today on this Friday episode of The Chase 101. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Alina.
What the? Oh no. Trot. What are you doing?
Thanks to Elena and Meerkat for contributing to 101 like they did for 100.
Wow.
We love a good episode on Fridays.
We're
Hey,
done.
Elena's going to be in the main lounge after us, twitch.tv/G8Cardworld. We got some great news for you, though. Unfortunately, Steve and Luke will not be here today, but filling in on Two Bros, One Break, you're looking at him right here. David and I will be doing personals all day long on Two Bros, One Break from 1 to 4. Come and catch us there in a little bit. And you know what? You guys have yourself a great weekend. I'm looking
Great
forward to
weekend.
Monday's show. So enjoy the NHL All-Star game. Come hang out with us tomorrow during the break, grab some personals.
All three of us.
And until then, Meerkat, you were going to throw that, weren't you?
Oh, God.
Hey, do us all a favor. Remember one thing. It's all about the chase. Woo! Jesus, Patrick. Good thing I moved. Hey, we love y'all. Top chat. Ow! Damn you, Meerkat, you SOB.